Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how to transmit DMX from my Arduino here with the DMX shield on it to my DMXer, or to whatever I end up plugging into this, hopefully a light at some point. And right now, I do have it set up to where the Arduino is just sending DMX. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out, or at least it was, transmit DMX from my Oh, the signal's bad. What happened? There we go. Now, let's see if you can see this. So I'm turning the potentiometer, and you can see the value. Oh no, it went to bad signal again. What's going on? There's a whole bunch of play in here, and I'm wondering if it's a bad connection. Because I had this working fairly reliably earlier. See, it's working now, and then it just went out. Why? Yeah, now I've got it. There must be a loose connection somewhere. Well, I'm wiggling this, and it's now it went away. That makes me feel like it's a loose connection. Yeah, because I have sturdy control over it right now. Huh. Okay, well, I have this potentiometer controlling the DMX level. I hope you can see that. I just can't move this too much because it seems like if I move it, yeah, the signal goes bad. I'm never going to be able to plug this into something and have it work reliably, but here you go. I think you should be able to see that. Not bad signal. It's down to 11%, up slowly. to 100 or 99. Okay. So that's working. Now I want to try and control that with this little 2-axis joystick that I have. We'll see how to do that. I have to look up the specs on that joystick. I guess, well, it's got... I don't really understand. Let's unplug the Arduino. It's got ground. Plug that into ground. It's got another ground on this side. Plug that in the ground. Let's plug in the voltage. And this side, the voltage to the voltage. So that's positive and negative for each axis, and then there's like a sensor read. It would be like the center pin of the potentiometer. I guess I should put these on the opposite side. So this will be for up, down, yellow wire. And that's going to go to analog port number 1. And let's do an orange wire for left, right. Which, dang, it's getting messy. We'll go to analog port number 2. Alright, that should be all set up. Now for the code, let's see. I guess we'll leave the potentiometer hooked up. We'll make a new pin for a, let's say, up-down pin is analog 1 for the up-down joystick, and int LR pin will be a 2, and that's for left-right joystick. Make some ints for the values. Eval 0, int LR val 0. DMX simple, I guess. Channel 4, that's fine. We're still only using a couple. No. Read eval equals analog read of. Oh, this keyboard I'm using doesn't have arrows. It's tiny. Okay. So channel 1 is going to be controlled by the potentiometer, channel 2 and 3 will be controlled by the joystick. So what's this? Val? Yeah. A lot of Val. Let's plug it in and try it. Uploading. Well, compiling. Uploading. Uploading. It says the programmer is not responding. I can't get this thing to upload. That sucks. I can't get this thing to upload anymore. It was working. What have I done to the setup that changed? It's hard to say. Oh, this is dumb. Plug it back in. Bad signal again. So is that just our... Could be many different things. This is inconsistent and frustrating. Signal, bad signal. Oh gosh. Yeah, I messed up my Arduino somehow. Oh hey, it's working. And okay, so my sketch uploaded and I just didn't know. So, although that doesn't really make sense. Oh, it does. Okay. The values are mapped really funny, but this is working. So, left and right. Hey, you leaving? Where are you going?
To the barn and then Orville.
Check this out real quick. So, I wired up this joystick to my DMXer, so it's outputting DMX. So I want to hook it up to one of your moving lights. So like left and right is changing the DMX value for channel 3, and channel 2 up and down is changing the value for channel 2. And then channel 1 is controlled by this guy right here. Boop. So it's very primitive, but I could plug this into a moving light and make it like wiggle. Like I could just do pan and tilt and then like whatever intensity. And then I have this other switch that I was going to wire up to like scroll through colors. Can I take one of those lights out? At your car? Okay. Turn that off to save batteries. Yeah, let's just go. So I should have paused the stream, but I didn't. Did I lose all you guys? Yep. Fair enough. I was gone. Anyways, back to this Arduino guy. So I don't know what the deal is with the way that I'm getting feedback here in the Arduino IDE. Getting all sorts of errors, but the programming is still gone through. Can I make my camera a little bigger? So specifically, there you go. Got channel 2 of DMX, and going up and down on my joystick, which I'm blocking with my other hand. There you go. Up, down, up, down. It's making the DMX value change for channel 2. And then if I change this to channel 3, left and right are changing the DMX values for channel 3. Now it's mapped incorrectly, like if I go all the way to the left, channel 3 reads 37%, or somewhere around there. And then if I go all the way to the right, it goes to 100. And if you see, if I go all the way from right to left slowly, you can see I'm going down from 100. I hit 0, and then it restarts at 100, and it's going down again. And now the joystick is centered, and it's showing 1 if I wiggle it around. Oh yeah, it kind of stays at 1. And then if I keep going to the left now, it's going to continue to decrease. And that's not really right. The mapping is just wrong on that, and I got to figure that out in the Arduino code. But the same problem for channel, well, 2 and 1. Dang it, I lost it. Yeah, there it is. This is a bad cable, that's what it is. There's like a bad connection in the XLR connector here. I should take that open and mess with it maybe. I'll turn this off. Screwdriver. Not really sure how you take this apart. There we go. All of these connections look okay. Maybe the cable's pinched or cracked somewhere else. So, okay, now there's a different problem going on. Because without touching anything just now, I allowed this to continue to say no signal, and I re-uploaded the sketch, and then this started reading a value. So I think this is it's not storing my Arduino sketches. Like, what do these errors say? Something about flash memory, maybe. Something's wrong with the flash maybe? Somehow I corrupted it? I wonder if you can... I don't know. I still think that I'm using the wrong programmer for the Arduino ISP. I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to be using. Let me do a quick search for that. Which... I had some moving lights that were available to me, but I won't be using them because they run on 208 power. I wasn't really thinking about that. And I do have some 208 available here, but at home, but it's just in a weird spot, and I don't want to have to, I guess, try and record myself using the light like upstairs in a weird spot. Sorry, I'm just reading a little bit on an Arduino forum about which programmer I should be using to program the Arduino. Well, what I just read online said it doesn't matter what you set the Arduino programmer to, which I don't know if that's actually true. It said that if you're using a USB cable, it doesn't matter. I don't think that's true. Anyways, yeah. I just lost it. There it is. So how do you map values in Arduino? I know that there is a way. I'm adding a window to the stream so that you can see what I'm looking at. Cool, so I'm just looking around for, here we go, this is probably it. The map function. It remaps a number from one range to another. Yeah, that's exactly what I want, I think. So what does, by default, Arduino analog read voltage range? I don't know why this thing keeps going bad. Got multiple issues. I think this is the bit of code that I need. So what do we do when we read the value? we're going to have to remap all the values, right? Man, the computer that I'm using right now, it is a clunker. It's not great. So we'll call this sensor map. It'll map sensor value between 0, 1023, 0, and 255. And I think it's because the range of analog read is from 0 to 1024 or whatever, 1024 values, and DMX only does 255. I'm hoping this works, but I still don't think so because we were like repeating through the range of 255. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Let's do Control C, Control V, Control V. UD map with UD val and left right map with left right val. And let's go up here and declare them. Map. And then change these all to sensor map. Yeah, so just I know this is some gnarly programming with a mouse. I'm restricted by the keyboard that I have down here in my workshop. It's like a 60% keyboard. It's too small. All right, let's try this again. I'll upload that. It's compiling. It messed up. It's because sensor value, value not val, operator error. So when it uploads, hopefully I can see this value change. Nope, what the heck, sensor map. Ah, correct. Sometimes trying again. All right, it's uploading. This just fritzed out, and now it's back. It's definitely different, but not correct. So it goes from 0 to about 70, back down to 0, and then as I back off, yeah, it still goes through a full 100. Maybe I'll just map that from 0 to 100 instead of 0 to 255. That kind of seems like that's what it's doing. I wonder. Here we go again. Yeah. So it's going through about 275 values. But that just means it's looping through 0 through 255 twice and a half or so, twice and 3/4. I do not know why. Maybe that's what I need to do. Get some serial output going so I can see what the heck. Arduino serial output. There we go. So we'll initialize a serial connection and setup. And then, oh yeah. So I guess I'll print out the sensor value first, and that way I'll be able to know what the Arduino is actually reading voltage-wise off of the potentiometer in that little joystick. So that'll be a UD val. And LR val. Cool. Will it work? I feel like it won't. Now I've lost signal. Uh-oh. I've got some serious issues with this setup. quit Arduino, start it over again. Wow, this has really taken a minute to start. So, like I was saying, I have this old iMac in the shop, and it works okay for a few things, but it is no workhorse. It's from 2008, so yeah, I guess it's 10 years old. Same problem. I wonder why. Maybe if I comment out that stuff that I just added. I think we're back. So somehow adding that serial line messed us up? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's working a lot differently now. So it goes down to 0, stops halfway at 20, and goes up to about 36. That's the highest I can get it. Weird. So it's about a down 20 and an up 20. Is that same for left and right? Yep. And probably the same for the potentiometer. So I can get up to 40% and all the way down to 0. Okay, that's bizarre. So if the max is 40, that means 40% of 1023 is our max. That's what my goofy math in my head is saying. Let's find out. Well, what's 40% of 1,000? What, 400? That doesn't seem right. It would have to be like a little bit more. What's 255 times 2 is 510 or like 512? Maybe we try 512. That seems more reasonable. 512, 512, 512. And that should make more sense. Uploading this one out. Now it's back. Not now it's out again. Come back to me. Come back to me. Why? This thing's so fucking finicky. So finicky. It would really help if Arduino wasn't being so funny. It would help if I knew what I was doing. I'm getting a mixture of bad signal and no signal, which isn't usually good. So strange. I'm also wondering if what the heck? Okay, now I've got solid signal. 78% to 0. We're getting closer. Channel middle is 40%. I can get up to about 73 and down to 0. Very, very close. Yeah, our top's a little low though, 73%. This mapping is definitely the key though. And the way I'm figuring this out is so slapdash and weird, but so if I'm reading 0 to 512 right now, if 512 is my 70%, do we divide 512 into 3 parts? And pardon me while I do some math. 682. That doesn't make sense. But if it's just reading a voltage level and converting it, maybe the voltage is just all over the place and needs to be cleaned out. That could be the case. This is a weird number, but I'm gonna go with it. For now. Alright, try and upload that. This blocked out. Now it's back. Doesn't look good though because the number seems wrong. Weird. Yeah, I don't fully understand this mapping deal. Let's go to 400. Yeah, bingo bango, 0 to 400 puts me right at 50%. Oh, god dang it, this loose cable. There. Right at 50%. To 100. Oh man, this cable's wigging out. Maybe it's my DMXer. Oh, I'm questioning everything. It's so weird. Plugging it in halfway, it works. Or it seems to. So you can see me smoothly going. No, I can't quite reach 0. That's something to be looked at, but 8% seems to be the low. 50% is in the middle. And I've lost the signal. And then the far right extreme is 100. That's great. And I'm kind of just assuming right now that the other channels are going to work out the same. 2 seems to be at 50 as well. Let's go down. Yep, that goes down to, ooh, we get down to 5 on the up down. And then going up, goes up to about 94. I'm sure I could work that out to make it a little better. And then let's put it down to channel 1. This is the potentiometer, so that's full on right now. And let's back it down. Nice, down to 0. See, so this is mapped perfectly. I wonder, well, I think this is a 1K potentiometer, and I believe that the joystick is 10K? Yeah, they're 10K. I don't know how much that would change things, but this is cool. This is exactly what I wanted. I was really hoping to plug in a moving light, but I guess I won't do that today. We'll do that a different day. Turn this off. Cool. I think I'm going to call that quits. I'm going to save my Arduino sketch here. Thanks for watching if you guys watched. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.